The video starts with Mia, our main character, worried about her interview at a tech company called Cheng Tech. They never hire girls in their programming division, so Mia tries to look like a boy by cutting her hair. Her friend Evelyn says no to the haircut and gets her a wig instead. They shop for boy clothes so Mia can fool everyone at the interview. Next, Mia, now looking like a boy, goes to lunch with Evelyn. On the table right behind them is Noah, our male lead. He's scared of birds and is on a bad blind date set up by his parents. Since he had another blind date after that, he just called the women together so that his time was not wasted. The two women are furious and throw water at him, but they miss and get Mia all wet instead. Evelyn gets angry at this and threatens Noah with a lawsuit, but Mia stops her from fighting with him. However, Evelyn has filmed the whole incident about Noah calling two girls to date at once, and she puts it online to expose Noah's rudeness to the world. Later, Mia meets with her programming professor, who wants to introduce her to someone for a job. He says that it is one of his most talented students, and it turns out to be Noah. Mia hides her face with a mask so he doesn't recognize her. When he insists and takes her mask off anyway, he finds that she has ink on her face and some funky eye mask. She runs away with that, and then Noah tells his professor that he doesn't plan to hire any girl in his company, much less a clown. The professor asks Noah whether he is yet to move on from the past, and he leaves without giving an answer. It seems Noah has a traumatic past with a female programmer. Later, Noah finds out about the video Evelyn posted, and because of that, people are cursing him online. Noah thinks Mia, or the boy with Evelyn, did it, and he's angry because he believes that the boy is double-faced as he denied an offer of compensation and then posted this video. On the other hand, we find that the real reason Mia wants the job is because she has had a crush on Noah since college. She even pastes her picture with him in her diary. The next day, Mia goes for the interview where she accidentally enters the girls' washroom and the female employees there start thrashing her. The vice president of the company, Joe, stops them and explains that maybe the candidate got nervous because of the interview. He comforts Mia because he was impressed by her resume and wishes her the best of luck. However, the interview goes badly because Noah recognizes Mia as the boy from the restaurant. He fails her, even though she did a good job. Evelyn finds out about the mess later on and takes down the video. She apologizes to Noah and requests that he hire Mia, but he says there are no more jobs. By chance, Mia and Noah see each other again at lunch with their moms. Mia runs from Noah and ends up jumping in the pool to hide from him, but he follows her to the pool. Assuming that she is drowning, Noah tries to save her. Mia manages to escape, leaving her keychain behind. When Noah's mother tries to set up another blind date for him and asks him if he likes someone, he shows her the keychain. Soon after that, Mia, disguised as the boy, keeps pestering Noah so that he forgives her and hires her. He forgives her eventually, but says that there are no job openings in his company. Later, Noah's dad threatens him to go on blind dates. Otherwise, he would take back his investments in Noah's company. To avoid that, he makes a strange deal with Mia. He asks her to follow him on the dates, and if she does, he'll give her the job on the programming team. Mia wants the job, so she agrees. The news of Noah bringing a boyfriend on all his dates reaches his mom, who asks Noah's sister, Jane, to look into it. It turns out that Jane likes Joe, the vice president at Noah's company, and is worried that it might be Joe who is following Noah on blind dates as his boyfriend. She goes to Noah's company. She is considered a dangerous bug at the company because, as her car stops at the front door, alarm rings start going off all over the office. They try to stop her by closing the door, but she blocks the door by throwing her shoe there. All the employees push Joe forward because he is the only one who can deal with her. After confirming it's not Joe going on dates with Noah, Jane breaks the door and drags him along with her. On the other side, Mia gets a warm welcome at Cheng Tech after getting hired. She goes to a gaming zone with her colleagues to celebrate getting the job. There they meet a few bullies, and she is about to get into a fight when Noah arrives at the right time and threatens to send the bullies to jail. When Evelyn hears about the bullying that Mia had to face for being a boy who looked like a girl, she plans to pretend to be Mia's girlfriend. But when she goes to Cheng Tech to execute her little play, she meets her childhood friend Ben there. Evelyn treats Ben like a brother, but Ben seems to be dissatisfied with her relationship with Mia. Later, he threatens Mia to break up with Evelyn. Next, the employees at Cheng Tech plan to go on a trip to the hot springs. Mia tries to avoid the trip, but ends up sharing a room with Noah instead. She takes care of his sore neck and tucks him in bed after he gets drunk on a beer. She manages to hide her identity by wearing a muscular t-shirt, but Joe accidentally sees her while changing and finds out her secret. On the other hand, Noah's father bribes his sister Jane to find out about the guy who goes along on dates with Noah. She arrives at the hotel and finds him sharing a room with Mia, but he tells her that he only takes him along to spoil his other dates. To keep his secret, she makes a deal with Noah in exchange for a position at his company, because that will keep her close to Joe. On the other side, the female employees catch male employees secretly watching them bathe and punish them to wear female clothes for a day at work. Meanwhile, Joe starts caring for Mia now that he knows her secret, making both Jane and Noah jealous. The next day, male employees come dressed in female clothes, and Noah gets attracted to Mia in the female outfit. He wonders whether he is gay. Later, Mia gets her period while at the office and has to hide in the washroom since she does not have a sanitary napkin with her. She asks Evelyn for help, who has to reveal Mia's secret to Ben to get her help. Noah observes Mia having a stomachache and drops her home. Noah and Mia have a great next day at the office when he introduces all the games to Mia. Noah gets jealous when Mia reveals that she likes somebody with the initials N and leaves her stuck in a game. He tries to figure out which employee Mia likes. He denies the possibility when he thinks of his name also starting with N. On the weekend, Mia's mother takes her shopping as she only owns boy clothes. At the shopping complex, she sees Noah and Joe and tries to run away. Noah notices it and starts following her. Joe helps Mia out of the situation and later asks for an explanation of her hidden identity. They decide to become friends after the conversation. On the other side, Noah is getting curious about the girl who always tries to run away from him. One day, Mia's mother comes to her office to deliver the ID card she left at home and finds out that she is working under the identity of a boy. Noah is also getting doubts about Mia as he finds the same keychain, which belonged to the girl who always runs away, on Mia's desk. He checks with the professor and finds out that a girl named Mia is an alumnus of their department, but he can't find anything more about it. On the other hand, Mia's mother asks her to resign from a company where she has to pretend to be a boy. Mia tries to find ways to convince her parents, and Joe comes up to help her once again. He meets Mia's parents and convinces them about the work environment of the company. However, Mia's mom begins thinking that he is interested in her daughter and starts getting hopeful. Mia tries to bribe and please her mother with a speaker, but it doesn't work. So she tries to explain her passion for programming and the importance of the job at Chung Tech in her life. Next, we see Noah sharing his doubts about Mia with Joe, but Joe tries to clear away all his doubts to help Mia keep her secret identity. The next day at work, Noah asks Mia to go with her to someplace. It turns out he wants Mia to meet the professor, but Mia manages to escape again with the help of the professor. Later, Evelyn gets tickets to an exclusive anime cosplay event. She brings Mia along to cosplay, but they find that the whole Chung Tech programming team is also present at the event. Mia tries to run away from the venue, but she is caught by Noah. Now that her identity is revealed, Noah blames her for being a fraud and asks her to leave the company within 3 days. Actually, Noah was pretty sure about his doubts about Mia and had organized the anime event to get to the truth. He had also delivered the tickets anonymously to Evelyn through Ben. The next day, Mia goes to the office without wearing the disguise and reveals the truth to her coworkers. They tell her that they will try their best to make her stay, as they value her for her work. Mia tries to convince Noah to let her keep the job by working very hard, but it doesn't seem to work. So she challenges Noah for a game. She declares that she will leave if she loses. Noah wins the first game by cheating, as Mia is good at racing. So Mia also cheats in the second game, which is Taekwondo, and brings in a hen to scare off Noah. Noah refuses to play the third game, and they are left in a tie. On the other side, Jane has already informed her mother about the boyfriend that Noah tags along with being a girl. Noah's mother arranges a meeting with Mia immediately, as she assumes that Noah likes her. On meeting her, she's impressed by Mia and wants Noah and Mia to get married. Later, Noah's mother finds out that Mia is her old classmate's daughter. They are not on good terms, yet she insists on wanting to marry Noah and Mia. She arranges for a family dinner with Mia's family, gets Noah drunk, and sends Mia to bring him to his room. Noah kisses Mia in his drunken state, and his parents decide that he needs to take responsibility for this and get married. Mia's mom doesn't like it, and she takes her family away. But later, Mia tells her that she always had a crush on Noah, and he was the reason she got into programming. She agrees to marry him, and eventually her mother also accepts her decision. Noah is against the marriage but is threatened by his father to agree to it, or else he will take away all his investment from his company. In the office, Noah tries to understand Mia's reasons for agreeing to marry him and asks her if she is only doing it to keep this job. He tells her to jump into the pool from a height to prove her seriousness, because she has a fear of heights. Mia jumps in the pool, and Noah jumps after her to keep her safe. So they end up making a deal on marriage, decide not to interfere in each other's matters, and divorce after a year. Noah also asks Mia not to inform anyone about their marriage. They get their marriage registered, and Mia moves to Noah's house after a family dinner. In the house, Noah sets a lot of house rules and asks Mia not to touch anything. He also makes her sign a contract. At work, her colleagues are surprised when Mia returns, and they wonder how she was able to save her job. Mia tells everyone about Noah and her mother being school friends. They planned a party in the evening to celebrate her return. Meanwhile, Noah is trying to keep their marriage a secret at work, but he still goes on to pick Mia up after her dinner party. Noah spots Mia and Joe together and seems to be getting jealous. On the other side, we see one of Mia's colleagues, Brandon, chatting with an online game streamer. He eventually starts dating her and is distracted from his work because of constant texts from her. The next day, Noah's mother arranges for a wedding photo shoot, and the staff gets Mia and Noah dressed in different sets of clothes for the pictures. Noah again finds himself getting attracted to Mia when he sees her in a gown. Later that night, they have fun selecting the best pictures and spend quality time together. The next day at work, a major investor decides to break the deal with Changtech because of some glitches in the presentation of the game prototype. It turns out it was Brandon's fault. He was so distracted because of his girlfriend that he made an error. Noah is very angry at Brandon and fires him. All the team members of the programming department feel bad for Brandon and ask Mia to talk to Noah and save his job. She goes to his office to try and convince him, but Noah shouts at Mia when she asks him not to make Brandon leave. They have a fight over it, and later, Joe tries to console Mia. In the meantime, Noah realizes his mistake, so he tries to patch things up with Mia, but he gets jealous when he finds her with Joe again. To make Joe realize the truth, Noah reveals that they are married, and Joe is stunned. He leaves, and then Mia asks Noah if he doesn't want to keep their marriage a secret. He accuses her of liking another person but marrying him, and Mia first tells him that she doesn't like Joe, and then says that they don't have the right to interfere in each other's personal lives. Later, we find that Noah knows about Brandon's girlfriend, who treats Brandon as her plaything, and also tries to flirt with Noah. He reveals her bad character in front of Mia and Brandon, leading to Brandon breaking up with the woman. Mia is very impressed by Noah's caring side, as he not only does not fire Brandon, but also helps him out of a toxic relationship. Next, we see Noah's ex-girlfriend Rita making a comeback. It turns out that Noah fell in love with a female programmer in his college years, and she is the reason for his trauma. A few days later, Mia plans a dinner date with Noah to express her feelings for him. But when Noah meets Rita as he is leaving for the date, he gets upset and forgets about the dinner. He goes to the basketball court, and when he remembers Mia, it is already late and the restaurant is closed. However, she was waiting for him outside, and they spent some time together at the local park instead. When Mia asks for a wedding ring, Noah makes her a ring out of a wire piece lying on the ground. She is able to convince Noah to come to her parents' home for dinner, and also gets to hug him. Next, we see Mia getting worried about one of her team members, Ron. He is always very serious about his work and takes on too much pressure. He seems stressed, so Mia offers to talk to him. They plan to go to a movie to make him relax. On the other side, the representative of the new investor, whom everyone was waiting for, turns out to be Rita. Noah cancels the meeting when he knows about it, and to prove that he is over her, Noah kisses Mia in front of everyone. However, Rita and Jane turn out to be friends, and Rita uses Jane to get more information on Noah and Mia's relationship. Meanwhile, the team members are excited about Noah dating Mia. On the other side, Rita is doubtful about Noah and Mia's relationship and invites them to dinner along with Joe. Rita follows Noah to the washroom to try and patch things up with him after she betrayed him and stole a code from his company. He tells her that he is over her, but she still hugs him, and Mia sees this. She finds out that Rita is the female programmer that Noah used to like from Joe, and she gets upset. Next, we see Noah getting more and more jealous of the boys around Mia. He dislikes it when others get too close to her, especially whenever he spots Joe and Mia together. He gets very tense when Mia goes to the movies with Ron and gets late in coming back home, as Ron gets unwell and they have to go to the hospital. On the other side, Brandon has developed an interest in Evelyn ever since he saw her with Mia. He gets her phone number and they start to chat, but Ben is displeased when he learns about it. Later, Evelyn figures out that it is Ben who always makes the guys in her life leave. Whenever anyone gets interested in her, Ben makes them go away. The next day, the new representative of the investor demands a new game, and Mia comes up with a great idea about a dating game that can make people friends in real life too. Noah decides to give her charge of the project if she succeeds in making a draft of the game. Mia works very hard on the project, and Noah is impressed by her dedication. Next, we see Rita's father, who is a drunkard, fighting with Rita over money. He has been beating up Rita since childhood and is also a gambler. It turns out that it was Rita's father who sold the codes of Noah's company to the rivals. He had also sent his own daughter to the police for stabbing him. On the other hand, Mia overhears Noah talking with his mom, finds out that he was forced to marry her, and gets very upset. She apologizes to him and says that they will get a divorce, but Noah panics upon hearing this and reacts angrily at it. Meanwhile, Noah's mother gets to know about Rita's comeback and is worried about it, so she sends Jane on a mission to improve Noah and Mia's relationship. Jane takes Joe along to help her, and they manage to bring Mia and Noah together on a dating spot, where they get close thanks to a game. Jane has booked a honeymoon suite for them and also plans to use this opportunity to flirt with Joe. Jane also tells Noah it is Mia's birthday tomorrow, so he goes to buy a cake for her, and when he can't get one, he makes her a fruitcake out of watermelon and celebrates it with her. They have a good time lighting sparklers. They return to the honeymoon suite with that, but both of them are awkward and tense. Noah says that he will sleep on the couch, but Mia says that she has no problem sharing the bed with him. The next day, Jane and Joe also wish Mia a happy birthday, and they go to a silver workshop to make keychains. Noah makes a ring for Mia, but it is too big for her size, so she wears it as a pendant in her necklace. Later, when they are going to Mia's house for the promised dinner, Noah gets a call from his personal detective and asks Mia to go first, and he will follow. Based on the information given by the detective, Noah finds out the truth about Rita's father and goes to meet him. Rita's father agrees to have stolen the codes for the rival company when Rita used to work with Noah while they were dating. He says that Rita did nothing wrong and even tried to stop him that time. Noah and Rita have a long conversation afterwards where she tells him that she injured her father after that, and he sent her to jail so she could not come to tell him the truth. As time passed, she felt humiliated by the incident and wanted to make herself good enough to stand next to him. When Noah returns home, Mia is already back from her home and asleep. At work, Noah gets a call from a hospital during a meeting and leaves immediately. The team members of the programming department find it strange because Noah had never left in between meetings before. It turns out that Rita's dad hit her again, and Noah went there to help her get out of the hospital. Later in the day, Jane comes to the office looking for Joe. She takes Mia shopping instead when she finds both Joe and Noah missing. Noah and Rita are also at the same place, as Rita has offered to take Noah for lunch after coming to the hospital to help her. But Jane manages to take Mia away before she can see them together. She goes to Mia and Noah's home, and Mia tries very hard to make it appear that they do not live in two separate rooms. Later, Jane tries to talk about it with Noah, and Mia hears it all while pretending to be asleep. She is already upset, and on top of that, Rita also returns as the representative of the investor at work. Mia asks her out for a coffee after the meeting, and she tells her to stay away from Noah and her relationship, but Rita challenges her instead and says that Noah cares for her more. She tries to prove her point by calling him and asking him out to meet her dad, to which Noah agrees and cancels his lunch date with Mia. This further upsets Mia. Later, we find that Rita is hell-bent on getting back with Noah, and she is even teaming up with her wicked father for this purpose. She often uses the excuse of meeting the investors to ask Noah out. Meanwhile, Mia is upset with Noah, and when he tries to patch things up with her, she asks him to take her along whenever he goes to meet the investors with Rita, to which Noah agrees. In the next investor meeting, Noah admits that Mia is her wife when he sees another guy flirting with her. He also gets drunk and keeps asking for Mia. That night they get intimate, but Mia thinks that he is calling for Rita in his sleep afterwards, so she leaves his room in the middle of the night. In the morning, Noah is confused about whether something happened between them, but Mia denies it. At work, she challenges Rita, who wants to take away the servers from her team. She beats Rita in the programming challenge, yet Noah asks her to let Rita take away the servers as she is not a member of the project anymore. After that, Noah tells her that she's going to be sent to a game developing competition to represent their company, and Mia is not happy that her project is being taken away from her. However, Noah wants Mia to represent the company in a game-making challenge instead, because the investors are not sure about the competence of a young programmer like Mia in leading their project. By winning the competition, she can get her position back. Rita makes Mia misunderstand that Noah is taking her out of the project because she has asked for it. Mia gets angry at Noah and leaves for Evelyn's house, where both friends get drunk and share their sorrows. It turns out that Evelyn is still angry at Ben for making all the guys run away from her behind her back. Evelyn has a cat, and she is looking for another cat to be a companion for her pet. On the other side, one of Mia's colleagues, Nick, is in a bad economic situation because his wife is getting cancer. He is trying to get money from all sorts of sources for her medication, and ends up losing his money in a Bitcoin investment. The next day, Noah provokes Mia further to prove her talent, and she makes a game that is based on various ways to kill one's boss. The game is very impressive, and Mia completes the demo, but the file gets deleted somehow, and they are about to miss the deadline. Noah works out a way to extend the deadline by asking his father's help, and they manage to send the game to the competition with their teamwork. Later, Mia figures that it was Rita who deleted her demo file and accuses her of it, but since she has no evidence to prove it, she gets scolded by Noah. Nick gets caught embezzling money from the company and is about to go to jail. However, he tells everyone about the problem in his life. Mia and the other employees want to help him, so Mia asks Noah not to send Nick to the police, but Rita interferes again, saying that they shouldn't help him because he committed a crime. Rita and Mia get into a fight because of that, and Mia angrily leaves the office. Anyway, Mia and the team members collect money to help Nick with the treatment of his wife. Later, Mia is angry at Noah because he always favors Rita over her. However, Noah informs her that they won't be sending Nick to the police, and after getting her mood better, he takes her out for shopping. They buy a couple of t-shirts and plan to have lunch with Noah's parents. But the misunderstanding between them increases when Rita asks Noah out to meet an investor, and Noah forgets his jacket. Mia follows him to give him his jacket for the meeting and watches Rita and Noah enter a hotel together. Also, Rita puts a lipstick mark on Noah's t-shirt to further aggravate the misunderstanding. When Mia and Noah have dinner with his parents later, she notices the lipstick spot on his shirt, and that makes her really sad. The next morning, Mia feels nauseous, and she immediately goes to a hospital for a pregnancy test, which is positive, and Rita's father gets to know about it while passing through the hospital. He informs Rita about it, and she burns her hand and calls Noah for help. While Noah is busy getting medicines for Rita, Mia is calling Noah. She calls him multiple times, only for Rita to pick up her call in the end and ask her not to disturb them. This turn of events makes Mia very upset, and she leaves the hospital. Rita's father tries to push her down the elevator but fails, and he keeps on stalking her as well. Later, the absent-minded Mia gets into a minor car accident, and Rita's father is away when he sees that. Mia gets hospitalized for a minor injury, and while she's being taken into the hospital, she sees Rita and Noah leaving together. Mia decides not to inform Noah about her pregnancy because she's sure about Noah and Rita's affair and has decided to leave Noah for good. On the other side, Rita confesses her feelings to Noah, but he rejects her and says that they are only friends. Joe reaches the hospital to check on Mia and later informs Noah as well. He asks Noah to be more caring towards Mia, as she is suffering a lot because of him and Rita. Joe, being a good friend to Mia, knows about her liking for Noah since college and feels bad for her. Noah tries to explain things to Mia the next morning, but she has already decided to leave him. She asks for a resignation and also a divorce, making Noah shocked. Mia starts wrapping up her life as she plans to move to another city. She tells Evelyn about her pregnancy and also wants to divorce Noah. Mia thinks that Noah really loves Rita and doesn't want her pregnancy to be the reason behind Noah choosing her against his wishes. She also has lunch with Noah's mother, where she asks her what she would like to name her grandchild. Then Mia bids her farewell to Evelyn. She explains the whole situation to her parents and also tells them that she has already divorced Noah. This makes her parents very upset, but she tells them not to confront him because it was her fault from the beginning. Meanwhile, Noah is still shocked when he receives Mia's resignation and divorce papers. He rushes to stop her from leaving after he realizes that Mia is the same person whom he used to talk to in-game 5 years ago. But Mia has already left her parents' home for another city. Her parents scold him a lot and then tell him that she left for the airport. Noah goes there, but Mia is already gone by that time. Later, Noah finds out that Rita's father was the person following Mia the day she had an accident. To collect proof, he calls Rita on a lunch date, and then, using her phone, he texts her dad too. He then goes to the washroom, but leaves his phone in recording mode, which captures full evidence of their treacherous plan. As he gets to know everything, he regrets his actions more and more. Noah and his mother try to apologize to Mia's parents and get her address, but they are very angry and make them leave. On the other side, we see Mia trying to settle into her new life. She's rejected at an interview after the selector knows about her pregnancy, but a guy from her apartment building offers her a job as a technician. Mia accepts the job and decides not to talk about her pregnancy for fear of losing her job again. Soon, the guy called Jack and Mia become friends, and Jack also tries to flirt with Mia several times, but she shows no interest in him. She works as a technician at his company and also helps people with programming sometimes. Evelyn has started chatting with the owner of the other cat, who also sends her gifts frequently. She's planning on dating the man, but Mia reminds her to be cautious of a man she has never met before. She suggests she meet him first. Meanwhile, Noah is still trying to find Mia, but his mother is already planning to set him up on blind dates. He plans to go on a business trip instead of Joe to avoid any blind dates. Next, we find Jack being upset by the fact that a guy from his college that he used to hate is coming over to inspect his company. It turns out that Noah is the guy he used to hate. Later, while Mia is at a grocery shop, she finds Noah there as well. She hides herself but wonders what he is doing in the city. Noah returns without knowing that Mia is working for the same company. There, he learns from a private detective that Rita was indeed the one who deleted Mia's game demo. Rita also accepts that she intentionally put lipstick marks on his t-shirt and made Mia believe that they were getting a hotel room together. Noah hates her now and swears to get Mia back at all costs. He gets a hint when he manages to get into the house of his in-laws. There are many gifts from the same city he visited earlier, and their strong denial of asking whether Mia is there confirms his doubts. Noah goes back to the city and starts searching for Mia at all the programming companies. Later, he meets Jack and tells him about his real purpose for coming to the city. He says he is there to get back his wife, which interests Jack a lot. He is happy about the fact that a girl left Noah. He invites him to a dinner party arranged by Jack, where Noah and Mia meet, but Mia pretends to be a stranger to him. The next day, Noah asks for a tour of the office and chooses Mia to be his guide. Mia keeps treating him as a stranger, which upsets Noah. He tries to explain to Mia that now he knows that she was right about her game demo being deleted by Rita, and also that it was Rita's father who followed her that night, which caused her accident. On the other side, we see Evelyn going to meet the owner of the cat, whom she has started to like, but it turns out to be Ben. This makes Evelyn very angry. She leaves Ben and gets back home, where she packs all the gifts given to her by him and throws them out in the trash. But when the cleaning lady comes to take them away, she brings them back and starts wondering whether she has started liking Ben. Later, when she is live streaming her outfit check, she finds her cat about to give birth. Ben calls her, as he always used to watch all her live streams, and helps her take the cat to the hospital. Ben and Evelyn make a deal to be friends again, as Ben says he will take away half of the kittens if Evelyn refuses to be his friend. On the other hand, Noah is going on his business trips very often, and his parents start to doubt that he has made a girlfriend in some other city. They ask Jane to find out about it, and Jane goes to ask for help from Joe. Later, we see Mia has started teaching programming to a lot more students, as everyone finds her very good at that. Students come to her apartment for lessons and start paying her. Meanwhile, Noah reaches Mia's apartment to try and apologize for the past. She says she has forgiven Noah for getting him off her back. She tells him that she has already moved on, and now she loves someone else, and Jack helps her with the lie by saying that he is her boyfriend. Noah gets upset because of this, but he still plans to make up with Mia, so he collaborates with Jack's company and asks for an assistant. He manages to get Mia to assist him. He asks Mia to come meet her on a holiday under the pretense of work, but Mia goes there with Jack, and we see Jack trying to provoke Noah multiple times. Later, Noah tells Mia that he knows that she started liking him 5 years ago and asks her to get back with him. Mia thinks that Noah pities her for liking him for so long and wants to get together for that reason. Meanwhile, Jane and Joe reach the city and start following Noah to find out about the girl that he has started liking. They finally meet Mia there and are shocked to know that Jack is her boyfriend. Jack, on the other hand, falls for Jane's beauty the moment he sees her. Noah plans to take Jane and Joe on a vacation and asks Mia and Jack to join them. Mia doesn't want to go, but Jack agrees because he wants to follow Jane and convinces Mia too. At the hotel, Joe has a conversation with Mia and asks her to give Noah a chance now that he is trying so hard. But Mia suggests Joe follow his own advice and give some attention to Jane before it is too late. In the evening, Jack suggests a game of passing the paper from one person to another with their mouth. Noah wins the right to be the one to whom Mia will pass the paper after defeating Jack in an arm wrestling match. However, Mia quits because she gets uncomfortable with Noah getting too close in the game. Later, Noah takes Mia to a beautiful open space where he confesses his love for her. Mia is happy, but when Noah tells her that he remembers their intimate night together, she thinks that Noah is confessing to her only because he sees her as his responsibility. She tells this to Jack too, and he plans to test Noah on whether he really loves Mia or thinks of her as his responsibility. The next day, we see the parents of one of Mia's students scolding her for taking their child down the wrong path, as programming is not considered a profession suitable for a girl. Mia gets upset over the stereotype, and after Noah supports her in front of the aggressive parents, they leave. Next, we see Brandon on a date with a girl who is a very rude person and is only interested in his money and gifts. Lola, another employee of Chung Tech, is sitting next to them at the same restaurant. She decides to help Brandon and pretends to be his girlfriend. She curses at the girl and asks her to return all the gifts. Brandon feels grateful, and it seems Lola is also interested in him. But Lola is also Ben's fake girlfriend, whom he uses to get Evelyn jealous. When Evelyn finds out that Lola was only pretending to be Ben's girlfriend, she plans to teach Ben a lesson. She takes Brandon on a double date with Ben and Lola and tells them that he is her boyfriend. This makes Ben very angry, and he confesses that he has been liking Evelyn for a long time. On the other side, Jack takes Mia for a checkup when she gets sick, and as they are talking about her pregnancy, Noah arrives. He is shocked to hear the news of the pregnancy and asks Mia whether it is his child, to which Jack lies and says that Mia is pregnant with his baby. Noah gets very hurt and leaves the city. Mia asks why he lied, and Jack says that he was using the lie as a test to check if Noah really loves Mia. He believes that if he loves her, he will come back for her despite this. However, Mia is very upset because she is sure that Noah is never coming back. Meanwhile, Noah becomes an alcoholic after his heartbreak, but he starts investigating Jack after his father motivates him to not give up so soon. He finds that Jack is already engaged, which makes him very angry. He goes to the city and first punches Jack in the face, then returns to Mia and asks her whether she really likes Jack because if she does, he is ready to make Jack break his engagement. He is willing to do anything to make Mia happy because he loves her a lot. She tells him that she will just break up with Jack, but she doesn't tell him that he's the child's father. We see Noah planning to help Mia with her programming coaching. They decided to organize a camp where they would inform people about programming languages and their scope. They book a venue and try to market the event through pamphlets. Jack also helps them spread the news about the camp. On the other side, we see Evelyn and Ben being lovey-dovey, as they are in a relationship now. Also, Joe finds himself getting jealous of Jane when she talks to a stranger. Jane wants to date Joe, but he asks her to first find something that she is passionate about and wants to pursue as a career. The programming language camp is a hit, as a lot of people attend it. At the end of the event, Noah confesses his love for Mia through the same in-game conversation that they had 5 years ago. Mia also confesses that she is pregnant with Noah's baby, which makes Noah very happy. They return to the city to find that their rival company has poached one of their employees and also stole the Swift key to the game that they had created together, which makes Mia very upset. The boss of the rival company offers them a deal and asks them to sell their company to him, but Mia rejects the offer. The rival boss asks why the CEO would listen to an ordinary employee like her, but Noah tells him that she is his wife and refuses to sell his company. Mia later finds out that the employee who betrayed them is actually a loyal partner of Noah, and it was all a plan to teach their rival company a lesson. Noah wanted to get back to them for cheating on him using Rita's father a few years ago. The Swift code that they have leaked is corrupted, and it exposes the CEO and gets him fired. Finally, Noah takes Mia to an amusement park, where they see a lot of fantasy things with VR goggles. Suddenly, Mia sees the sign saying, "Marry me," in the sky, and when she turns around, she finds Noah kneeling in front of her. She accepts his proposal, and their families are also happy about their reunion. We then see Mia helping Jane figure out her passion. She thinks of her interest in fashion and decides to launch a boutique. Next, we see Joe taking Jane to show her a place suitable for her boutique, where he also asks her to be his girlfriend. Evelyn and Ben tell their parents about their relationship and decide to register their marriage wearing their school uniforms. Brandon and Lola are also in a relationship, and we see them getting lovey-dovey in the office. The show ends on a happy note, with all the couples happy together.